Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just crafting up something here. And that is the not Steve Factory Manager. Wait, yeah, Steve Factory Manager. I was thinking Steve's Cart, I said. But no, I'm getting the Manager Duplicator, which is just a portable scanner, data stick, and some redstone here. Because this, I believe, will let us copy the controller here. So I've added the conveyor and the robot, and I think you just, I'm guessing you just like right click, shift right click, shift right click. Yeah. All right, so shift right click to load it and to copy it. But this is my little testing one, so I'm just going to break that so it's clear. But I'm thinking I may actually just hold on to this. Like have it stored in a chest, so in case something happens that I actually have this saved. Maybe in here. These are the three things that I don't ever want to use. They're kind of like my backups. But yeah, so just wanted to point that out. That is pretty cool. So when we do eventually move this, I'm going to be able to just right click and not lose all the that stuff, because I've spent quite a large amount of time trying to get this all working. I think the energy hatches I struggled with the most with those helium cell things. That was the problem. All right, so I was crafting up. Yeah, we still got a little to go. I was smelting up a bunch of osmiridium in the Vulcanus just because I needed, I think, 55, and running that thing off this was just not going to be enough. So I just threw it in there while I was doing other stuff and kind of smelting it up for the 2 robot arms that we are going to need. I also don't think I can run both of these at the same time, because this will, if they're both running, this will pull 4 amps, this will pull 2 amps, and I only have 4 batteries over there. So I just gotta kind of be pretty careful here with these. Although I'm kind of getting to the point where I think I may... Oh, man, this is so like... trying to move an entire base and your A system is like... Holy cow, is it like, where do you even start? So I'm kind of getting to the point where I think I might be... I've got the power situation over there kind of set up. I'm not entirely sure what to do about this. Now, if I have the blast furnace running at ZPM, that will pull 4 amps by itself. So if I have that and the other one, I need 6 amps, I think it is. But these transformers only do... I'll only get 4 amps out of that. Obviously, I can upgrade it. Yeah, obviously, I can upgrade it, but then I have to upgrade the line. The ZPM line that's running down here. Because then that will pull 4 amps. And then if it's pulling 4 amps, then I have to replace this entire cable with the 1x. I would have to replace that with the 2x. But then if it's pulling all 4 amps at once, then it's not... it'll be like fighting with other transformers, and we'll have some issues. So I don't know That's why I have those connected directly to the power station in the old base, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I think with this being so far away, which I kind of knew that when I was building it, but I thought we can figure something out. So I'm thinking maybe putting a battery buffer. Um, yeah, I don't know. Or maybe just having the blast furnace for now. Maybe leaving the other one in the other base. I don't know. I'm still trying to kind of figure out how I want to do that. I just got to be careful with how many amps I'm pulling. I wish there was a one with, you could do like 2 amps. So if we look at the transformer, if I could spell it correctly. Yeah, there's the regular one, and then there's the high voltage one, which takes in 4 amps and output 16. I wish there was like a 2 and an 8, maybe. Like a 1 in between. Yeah, I mean, I could do a battery buffer, but the issue with that is if I'm pulling 6 amps for an extended period of time, it's only going to be getting 4 amps in, so eventually the batteries will drain. So I'm kind of in a... that's not a permanent kind of solution if I'm running it for long periods of time. The other option would be just to have like 4 blast furnaces only running on LEV, but see, that's not going to work because I'm trying to craft up the Naquata coils, and that needs ZPM power. So yeah, can't remember which part. Naquata alloy. That's right. The Naquata alloy requires it's weird, there's like a green one. Yeah, this requires ZPM to craft. So anyway, I gotta kind of figure that out, how I want to tackle that situation. But yeah, let me, we'll cut here. Let me get the rest of these robot arms crafted up. That's gonna take a second, and I will make sure I got the robot arm all this correctly done. All right, I have gone ahead and got everything. The last thing I needed is an emitter here. So I was thinking this needed 2 robot arms, but that is the regular assembler. Circuit assembler needs an emitter. So I found that out the hard way when I crafted 2 robot arms. But luckily everything is just auto crafting, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, there we go. There is the advanced circuit assembly machine. Sure, I'll use that robot arm at some point, but yeah. I think, yes, that does open up the next part. Let's get more of these advanced things. Chrome is so easy to get. I'm getting so many coins, and like, I have no use for them. Like, what am I going to do with 21,000 technician coins? I haven't bought anything in 100 episodes. The only thing I bought was a few B things lately. All right, but there is the advanced circuit assembly machine, and this does open up, yeah, the easier circuits. So I think that one is just really kind of quickly looking at these. Yeah, so this will be the nanoprocessor ones, I think, that'll lead to the cheaper version of it. But I'm not going to worry about that right this second. Let's see. Yeah, so it'll do this one I can do now. Just some platinum and electrum. So much cheaper than... And oh, it doesn't use those nano things, so that is actually Maybe that is something to look into. Getting that upgraded. What do we need here? Just an Aquata. All right. Yeah, that's actually really easy. All right, so we will get that going. Do I have amber in one of the things? I don't remember. Yeah, I do. It's probably for the other ones. I'm guessing they use like the SOC. What is it? SOC. That must use the smaller. Not smaller. The no, not that one. What am I thinking of? Simple SO. Yeah. So this uses regular wafers. That's right. So you can share the lenses. All right. But before we kind of get that going, I'm going to have to... I want to move my clean room. I built up a little bit of an area over there. And I think I'm going to place like these things on a chest, and I'll just manually throw them in there when I need it until I can get the whole system moved over. But basically I just need it for the circuit assembly machine and the elite cutting machine, which this is LUV already. So basically I just need the two machines in it. So this one we don't need anymore. Polarizer. I do use a polarizer, but I don't need it in here, actually. So why don't we just go ahead and break that down. Yeah, these... Yeah, none of these actually need the... need the clean room. I just put it in here because it was attached to IV, and at the time I didn't have any IV. This probably has fuel in it. I need to... Yeah, get rid of that fuel. So yeah, let me break that down. All right, so what are we looking at? Couple things I'm gonna have to change, I think. One is the... wherever it is, I don't remember where I put it, but the energy hatch on this. Yes, so I'm going to need a better energy hatch, because there's no way I'm doing EV. And probably a better cable diode. What are we looking at that cable diode? Good spell. So we're going to want probably one that's 4, but the LUV version, I guess. Yeah. Oh, so this is super easy. Just an LUV machine hull and some cable. Oh my god, that's super easy. I know these cable diodes are pretty easy in general. Like, what does this one need? This just needs bigger cables. All right, so looks like I'm gonna have to craft up another LUV energy hatch and a cable diode, and I think that will allow us to move this whole thing over. Yeah. And the cutting machine, I guess the cutting machine would have to move over too. All right, so that's a bit of a pain too, because the lubricant won't be going in it automatically until I get that kind of set up. All right, let me cut here and figure out the best way to move forward. All right, so after a bunch of crafting here, I have got the simple diode for the 4 amps, and then I should have the LUV energy hatch. Definitely kind of struggling a bit with the power. Obviously, we're trying to run stuff that we don't have anywhere near enough power for. So I've kind of added this quadractor, and then that is kind of feeding in as well to both of them. So I need to get this stuff moved over kind of like ASAP here. All right, I got my wand of equal trade here. Is it shift? Yeah. So we will shift to this and then change out all this stuff. This is actually this is more than I realized it was. I'd forgotten I had made it that big. Alright, I think that is pretty much everything. Yeah, it looks like it. And then we'll break this. Fortunately, it doesn't work on that. Probably be careful. If it starts raining on me, we'll get an explosion here. So why don't we... I'm not going to worry about that lubricant. We'll just break that, I think. Yeah, let me break all this down. We'll get all this stuff broken. And meet you at the other base. And there is the last thing, and thankfully I got everything correct. It's been a while since I built one of those. Unfortunately, it's a bit darker than kind of would like in here. Because there's no arc lamps around. I do have one underneath. I wonder if I could... Well, I could probably just throw one in here, actually. I have to go craft one up, though. Anyway, yeah, so basically, pretty typical. Transformer leading to the energy hatch and the cable diode. Oops. I could put a travel anchor inside. Maybe I'll do that. Unfortunately, you can't put them in the floor, though. But, let's see. I guess we'll do kind of the same as I did before, I guess. Since I only really need 2 in here, why don't I just do this? I think that one in there, I think. That way we can have, I'll have the AE come up, the wireless, right, like right here, and then I can access underneath the side. Yeah, so I can access multiple sides. All right, so I think that'll be fine. I could even like lower them down so they're not like floating. That might make it look better, but I think yeah, I think we're good here. Yep. All right. There is that. Yep, and then I'll kind of finish building up around. I don't know if I quite like that, but it may look a little different when I finish building up. Yeah. Anyway, let me move over. I think it is time to move over the blast furnaces as well. At least the one, I guess. And then I can leave the other one over there in case I need it. Yeah, why don't I go ahead and get the blast furnace? Yeah, let me go do that and we will be back. Alright, so I've just gone ahead and grabbed a couple of things of soldering iron here and a lubricant, and for now we'll just kind of do this, I think. Yeah, we'll just fill those up temporarily until I can get the A system to autofill those. Alright. So what I think just kind of temporarily stand on this thing. We'll just kind of totally just forgot my train of thoughts. I basically just left the chest here. And so I'll just kind of manually place those over in the new base, and I replaced these two machines with chests, just kind of for the moment. Yeah. So what we were kind of working on the last episode was the crystal processor, are they called? Yeah. So the first one, we need these crystal processing units, which we got last episode. These elite circuit boards. Now, do I have a... No, I do have the multi-layer. I have a way to craft those. So what are we looking at with this? Man, 2 buckets per circuit board. That is a lot. All right, so platinum foil, is that like a recipe we've done? Yeah. All right, so let's get 16 of those. Don't have a whole lot of platinum either. All right, so there it goes. And these multi things. Now what, Alright, so it's just HV, that's not too bad. It is just a lot. Alright. Yeah, alright, so it just went so fast I didn't even notice it. Sometimes those work and sometimes they don't. What are those called? Elite circuit board. Alright, so we got that. Now, I should have a... Yeah, we'll throw it right on there. What else are we looking at? It's a crystal processing unit. So one of those. We need 24 and 24. Luckily, these are easy to make. And fine niobium. Okay, so that's a bit of a pain. Niobium is not easy to get. All right, so here is kind of the issue we're running into, but we can go check to make sure this is all working. All right, so we'll do that. Yeah, I only have 10 niobium. So it should craft the dust. Yep, there goes the dust. And then it should put them in this chest. Yeah, so I can go ahead and just throw this over in the thing until I can get the A system kind of Put back over. I think we'll just use the gasless ones for now. Man, I need to get all this stuff moved over like ASAP, because this is going to get annoying really fast. But let's take a look and make sure I got it's all sorted. So I think we should be good. Yep, everything looks like it's running okay. Curious how many like amps are running down here. Just 3 amps, it looks like. Yeah, but it does do 4 at times too. So yeah, this is gonna struggle if I have like another one running. So this is definitely not optimal at the moment. I could put a buffer, battery buffer, just kind of as a temporary thing, but I would like to kind of get it all sorted out so it's not temporary anymore. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to upgrade all the Nequata, so it's gonna be a bit of a pain. All right, so now I'm kind of realizing these are gonna be hot ingots, so man, this is gonna be a pain. I wish we could do a quantum bridge so we could connect both dimensions, but I've heard that the amount of power that it draws is like insane for the quantum bridge. Like you're talking like 1,000,000 EU per tick or something like that across dimension. So I don't think that is going to be a viable thing at the moment. All right, but this should be, I think, the last. Do I need, is niobium, are these actual wires or does it do the fine wire? Yeah, it does do fine wires. That's a bit of a pain. So that means we're gonna have to do 2 recipes for these, I think. Yeah. And this is gonna be definitely gonna be slow. I'm trying to think what would be the best way to be going about moving everything over. It's just such a huge task. It is definitely not looking forward to this. All right, so let's, I guess we'll do that, and then we'll do the second one. That's a bit of a pain, but oh well. So that goes to 2. And then the 1. Goes to, it should go to 4, I'm assuming. I'll just throw both of those in there. Yeah, it does go to 4. So it looks like this is 1 ingot worth of fine wire, right? Is that what we were at? Yeah, so 1 ingot. That's actually not too bad. Now, what is that? Is that the qubit one? No, just the nano. That's actually pretty easy. Yeah, that's like really easy. So definitely a fan of that. And then the SMD. I mean, there's quite a lot of these SMD circuits, but yeah, if we're going to be able to do IV tier as the base one, the lowest tier, and we can finally get UV tier when we're kind of getting into that we need that. And I think one of the next circuit assembler needs a UV tier, and there's a few other things. I think the fusion reactor upgrade needs it too. Right. And again, I need to run over and get this cut. All right, so yeah, this is definitely gonna have to be like sooner than later. We're gonna have to deal with this because I am not about to be running back and forth like this for every time I craft. I'm kind of like letting everything craft up, but I'm also kind of seeing to make sure everything is running properly, and it does appear to be the case with those. So, I mean, it's not too bad. It's just a definite pain. All right, but I guess in between episodes, I will have to... Is it 1 or 2? Yeah, it's 2. All right, so 1... all lows, and we should be good here. Luckily, those portals go pretty quick, so let's just, yep. $10 seconds. Not too bad. Crystal. All right. So there is the next tier of crystal circuits, and I'm realizing I probably... Yeah. So it wants 4 circuit boards. Anyway, well, I'll do these quests, I guess. In between episodes. I do have the multi-layer one already done. And I also set these up as well. Next episode, I'm really just trying to move the whole base over, and it's taking quite a bit of time here, but I think I really just need to suck it up and start moving everything over. Got to figure out where I'm putting everything. It's kind of the main issue here. But I think at least getting all the crafting stuff moved over. So like the compressor, we'll get that moved, and then the arc furnace and all sorts of stuff. But I'm gonna have to look at that in between episodes. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.